Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the event very shortly, so please be seated. And we would appreciate it if you could kindly switch your mobile phone to silent mode. Thank you. Honorable Director of Capacity Building, Directorate of World Customs Organization, Dr. Tae Kang. Distinguished Acting Director of Indonesian Customs and Excise Education and Training Center, RTC Indonesia, Bapak Yudi Darmanauli. Director of International Affairs of Customs and Excise, Ibu Anita Iskandar. Representative of Directorate of Enforcement and Investigation and Directorate of Narcotics Interdiction, Customs and Excise Major Servicing Office Type A Tanjung Priok, and Customs and Excise Major Servicing Office Type C Soekarno-Hatta, distinguished participants, all invitees, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, selamat siang. Welcome to RTC Indonesia. It is a great pleasure and honor to have you all here for WCO Virtual Reality Training Project Installation, Training and Launch event. First of all, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Friska. I'm very honored to serve you as Master of Ceremony for today's agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to explain today's agenda. There are first, welcoming remarks from Indonesia. Second, greeting speech from WCO. Third, experiencing the VRT. And last is closing and group photo session. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, to start our agenda, we would like to invite the Head of Training Planning and Development Division as a representative from RTC Indonesia to deliver welcoming remarks to welcome all of you here. To Bapak Yudi Darmanauli, the time is yours.
Organization, Dr. Tae Kang. Director of International Affairs of Customs and Excise, Ibu Anita. Representative from Directorate of Enforcement and Investigation. Representative from Directorate of Narcotics Interdiction. And representative from our Customs and Excise Office, Tanjung Priok. Our also instructor, Bu Rita. And all our distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. First of all, let us express our gratitude towards the Almighty, whose blessings are always with us, so that we can all here in good condition. I'm Yudi Darmanauli, the Head of Learning and Planning Development Division of Indonesia Customs and Excise Education Training Center. On behalf of the Director of RTC Indonesia, it is such an honor for me to give you the welcome speech in this event. I beg your understanding since our Director cannot join this event due to his scheduled agenda as one of the delegation in 6th meeting of the Working Group ASEAN Forum on Taxation and the 13th meeting of the Subforum on Excise Taxation. I would like to firstly welcome the Honorable Capacity Building Director of the World Customs Organization, Dr. Tae Kang, for your visitation to Indonesia and your presence specifically in this event to officially launch the WCO Virtual Reality Training Project, and to all our distinguished participants from Directorate General of Customs and Excise and RTC Indonesia that involves during the deployment, installation, training, and future utilization of this VR training equipment. We acknowledge that the WCO, together with Korean Customs and Custom Cooperation Fund Korea, has initiated this project a few years ago. In 2022, as the project officially resumed to be sent to Indonesia, we coordinate intensely with Mr. Dimitri Politopoulos, Project Officer of the Capacity Building Directorate in WCO, and Mr. Mika Jo, Global Service Team Manager of HO Entertainment Corporation Korea, and the Customs and Excise Major Servicing Office Tanjung Priok, as well as Soekarno-Hatta, to prepare the packaging and shipping process. On January 3rd, 2023, RTC Indonesia received the VR training equipment and reported this arrival to the WCO and provider. For your information, RTC Indonesia have some dedicated staff focused on development of digital learning content that we call learning technologies. Our learning technologies have checked each component of the VR training set to ensure the item completeness and did the VR kiosk installation. We also very appreciate that last week on the 2nd and 3rd March of 2023, the CEO from HO Entertainment, Mr. Baek Song Chil, came to RTC Indonesia to assist us with VR device setup, software installation, and provide us with the training on how to operate and maintain the VR training equipment. After receiving training from the provider, we are very optimistic that this VR technology will help us to learn the basic procedures on how to make a physical inspection of containerized cargo at the maritime port. In a few moments later, we will experience how the VR training technology will be implemented for custom purpose. The presentation and demonstration will be led by two of our RTC Indonesia staff. One of them is our learning technologies. Again, we express our gratitude to the WCO, Korean Customs, and CCF Korea for granting us with the VR training equipment. The sophisticated technology must be balanced with competent human resources, ensuring the maximum benefit of this VR training equipment grant. We promise that the knowledge that we achieve from the training will be disseminated to the custom officers, as many as possible. We hope the collaboration of this VR technology will not stop here, because the various type of cases of physical inspection will be developed more dynamic. Therefore, we want to maintain this excellent communication with both the WCO and the HO Entertainment Corporation as provider to help us in customizing the scenario of cases and may develop another custom simulation. Finally, with those remarks, I would like to conclude by wishing us to keep improving our collaboration in utilizing this VR training equipment to achieve our goals in building the capacity of Asia Pacific and World Custom officers more significantly. Thank you for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Bapak Yudi, for the remarks. Next, time for a welcoming speech from the Director of International Affairs of Custom and Excise. To Ibu Anita Iskandar, the time is yours.
Terima kasih, Mbak Priska. Distinguished Director of Capacity Building of the WCO, Dr. Tael Kang, Pak Yudi from Customs Training Center, and colleague here from a representative from several directorate here. I see from Enforcement and Investigation, Narcotic, and from the Office of Executive Secretary, and also our representative from Prime Customs Service Office, Tanjung Priok, and also a colleague lecturer from Customs and Training Center. And also welcome Pak Purwadi. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. So very, very good afternoon, everyone. First of all, let me extend a warm welcome to Dr. Kang and to all colleagues here today to join together today in Indonesian Customs and Excise Training Center to attend the WCO Virtual Reality Training Project launch event. It gives me great pleasure to be a part of this important event, where we will launch and experience the recently delivered and installed virtual reality training set of equipment in RTC Indonesia. The VRT project is a joint effort between the WCO Capacity Building Directorate and the RTC Korea and the Compliance Subdirectorate to help customs officers to learn and understand the basic procedures of physical inspection on containerized cargo at a maritime port by utilizing virtual reality technology, so that they are able to gain experience carrying out inspection procedures in 3D. One package of the virtual reality training equipment was received by Customs and Excise Training Center as RTC Indonesia in December 2022, as Pak Yudi also already informed us. This project is a significant milestone in the development and maintenance of tools by continuously improving and modernizing the way custom training is delivered to support members in enhancing their human resources, which are the most valuable assets of customs administration. I am confident that the launch of VRT in Indonesia Customs and Excise Training Center will be beneficial for all country members, especially in Asia Pacific region, in enhancing the capacity of customs officer to conduct inspection procedure. On behalf of the Indonesian Customs, as well as a Financial Education and Training Agency, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the WCO for its continuous support to our organization. I would like also to take this opportunity to appreciate Dr. Kang and his team for their unwavering commitment to conduct coordination, provision of capacity building, technical assistance, and training to WCO member countries, as well as WCO capacity building projects with partner organizations. We strongly support all types of technology that could assist the implementation and smooth operation of custom functions in responding to the current and future global challenges. I believe this VRT would advance training of custom officers and should contribute to the improvement of their risk analysis skills during inspections and controls of goods. To conclude, once again, we truly appreciate the opportunity given to Regional Training Center Indonesia as one of the beneficiaries of the WTO virtual reality content. I hope the VRT will give us more support and experience to enhance the quality of our training service for a better future for all our customs officers. Thank you very much dan terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Ibu Anita, for the remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for a greeting speech from the Director of Capacity Building, Directorate of World Customs Organization. To Dr. Teh Ilkang, the time is yours.
Thank you very much. Selamat siang. So first of all, I'm really pleased that I could visit Indonesia Customs like this. Maybe it's the third time or fourth time, I don't remember clearly, but for the Bali Island, maybe twice, and Jakarta, maybe it's the second time for me to visit my brothers and sisters under the flag of customs. So you know that we are brothers and sisters, wherever we go, all the customs officers welcome me as a brother. So I really appreciate that kind of a practice, which is very valuable, and it's something like essence of the customs. So Well, the Indonesia customs is one of the very important customs, you have RTC, the Regional Training Center, and I heard that your Regional Training Center supports many the customs officers in your neighboring the countries. So I heard that there have been many the programs to cover the training the projects about your neighboring the customs. So I was very pleased, and I want to express my sincere thanks to Indonesia Regional Training Center for giving a lot of opportunities to our neighboring customs on behalf of WCO. So as as I was introduced, I'm capacity building director, which means that I'm in charge of the capacity building enhancement of our member customs all over the world. So since I took my office in 2019, I have made a lot of efforts to increase and enhance the capacity building level of the members. But that now but above all, my specialty is about the technology, as I already said, because before I joined the WCO, I was Director General of the Korea Customs, and at the time I was in charge of all the technology things, the AI and a lot of other things. So based on my experience and some kind of not expertise but specialty, so I try to begin to contribute to the enhancements of the technological capacity building. Of course, traditionally we are focused on the human capacity building so far, but these days this is the era of technology. All the new technology has been emerging, and as I already said that all the customs have a problem of understaffing. We need more officers to cover all those the complicated the things in the customs area, but well, it's not possible to hire a lot of people to cover all the materials of the customs. But this introduction of technology is one of the very important answers to tackle this kind of issues, which is very important in the customs the era and the aspect. So I'm not sure how many of you experienced this virtual reality so far, but I strongly recommend to experience the material. So this material was first I thought about this facility because under the pandemic, all our officers they could not get enough training because we could not get together. So this is I thought this could be very one of the very important sources that we could be trained without gathering all together. So this one is this training can be provided to anyone, whether you are at home or in your office. So you don't have to go to the right place for the training. So I think this is some kind of very good alternative for the future training. But I'm really pleased that it's realized like this in the Indonesian the Regional Training Center. So this one is about the first scenario. The first scenario is about the maritime inspection. So you don't have to go to the port to get training. So you can be trained in your office for the maritime the cargo inspection. So after this, I'm already planning to provide the second scenario. The second scenario is about the airport training, so some kind of the e-commerce the training, and so after that maybe I will try to continue to make the additional scenarios. If you have any good ideas, please let me know. What I'm thinking is that maybe dog training can be a good option for the next scenario, or passenger control or whatever. So if you have any good ideas, please let me know. And all the additional programs will be installed remotely from the the developer. So remotely it will be installed. So once it is installed here, then you don't have to they get additional the support from the developers or the programmers. But anyway, this is some kind of very new technology-based the training the material, but my original intention is that I hope that Indonesia Customs and Indonesia Regional Training Center will make more programs based on this. I hope that this is just a motivation and trigger for the future projects, because as I told you, the technology is very important in our era, and without technology we cannot cover or tackle a lot of the current issues and future issues to deal with a lot of the crises and the problems. So I hope that this is just a small motivation for the Indonesia Customs for improving the technology in the future. Of course, in addition to this kind of the technology thing, then I want to introduce about the data analytics the training. This is another project that I have been implementing since I took my office in 2019. So if I give you just one example, then in the WCO e-learning platform, we call it CLICK. If you access the e-learning platform, there is a data analytics algorithm about the HS recommendation. So the first example is that the flagship, it's one of the flagship the programs about the data analytics. Then HS recommendation algorithm is an AI, artificial intelligence-based machine. Once you provide your data into this machine, then this machine learns by itself. And if you give some description about some product, then this machine will give you the right HS number by itself. So because we are all the customs officers, you know how much time does it takes to be an expert in HS? Maybe 10 years or 20 years. It's not enough time to be the expert in the HS area, but with the support of the AI, you can be an expert in a minute. Of course, I'm not saying that this machine will replace human beings, but this is a very good supporting material for the human beings for our future, the customs and efficient customs and the administration. Other than the HS recommendation algorithm, there is another algorithm which is called as the undervaluation detection algorithm. We call it DATE. The name is DATE, but this algorithm is that once it is provided with the data, that it learns how to detect it undervaluation. You know, undervaluation is one of the headaches for the customs, so it's very hard to detect. And if we overcome the HS and the undervaluation, then maybe your government revenue can be increased considerably, as you know. So these two algorithms are open to the whole the customs members all over the world. And then with your data provision, then you can test these algorithms. So then that means that without any the additional staffing problem of the customs and the human resource, you can get more efficient improvement in the implementation of our customs and the administration. So of course there are a lot of many more things that I want to introduce, but the time is not enough to brief to explain to you. But WCO capacity building is continuously trying to make efforts to support the members like you with the of course, not only for human resources, but also for the technological matters like this. So this is just one example that you will face and experience in the future. So I hope that this is just the motivation for the whole the customs the area to make more the big improvement in the future. So anyway, I have a lot of things to discuss, but I hope that this one there will be a very good present to the Indonesian customs and RTC I hope this is based on game the mode. So I think a lot of you are young generation. I can see many young generation here. So I hope that the youngsters in Indonesian customs will like this one because it's based on the game mode. So it's not very the hard and the boring the training material. It's very fascinating and very joyful enjoyable the training material for all, especially for our young generation. So I hope that everybody will enjoy it, and then I will if you have ever chance of visiting the WCO in Brussels, please stop by my office. It's on the first floor. So I hope that I will see many my colleagues in Indonesian customs in the future in every meeting of the WCO. Thank you very much.
Before we start our next agenda, please watch a short video about the VRT project from WCO.
Studies have examined the use of immersive technologies for learning and have revealed benefits in various industries. A virtual reality environment can be exploited by learners in order for them to make mistakes without real-life consequences. The risks are minimized, if not eliminated. This allows learners to practice their skills and increase confidence in performing relevant tasks in the real world. No risk, hands-on experiences can significantly streamline the learning process. Furthermore, most people won't make significant memory connections when they read or hear about something compared to experiencing it for themselves. It is the improved immersion in learning that is beneficial and the opportunity to view multiple frames of reference, which gives the learner a deeper understanding of how things work. Cost savings is another benefit. Compared to traditional training methods, including inter alia, facilities, physical equipment, as well as time spent in training and practicing, there is a significant reduction of costs. However, there are costs that need to be taken into consideration that include, of course, the procurement of the appropriate equipment, the development of VR trainings in cooperation with third-party providers that have the necessary expertise, as well as setup and maintenance costs. With the financial support of the Customs Cooperation Fund of Korea, the WCO VR training project ensures that a major part of the initial costs will not be borne by the host member administrations of the WCO regional entities. By developing the first WCO VR trainings, and donating one complete VR set of equipment to 32 WCO regional offices for capacity building and WCO regional training centers, the WCO makes a bold move towards leveraging new experiential learning technologies in upskilling customs officers internationally.
Honorable guests, before we move to experience the VRT, we would like to present Dr. Tae Il Kang with something as a token of appreciation. First, Mr. Yudi from RTC Indonesia will deliver plaque. Next, Ibu Anita from DGCA will present something for Dr. Tae Il Kang. Okay, thank you. Okay, next we will have a group photo session to commemorate this occasion. And for the photographer, please be ready to commemorate this occasion. And for the distinguished guests, please stand in the center of this room for the group photo session. Oh, duduk saja ya, Bu ya. Siap. Duduk saja. Oh ya, silakan. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you photographers. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we will move to the third floor to the VRT room to have a demonstration and experience the VRT equipment. Please follow the lead of our official. Thank you.